Crossing over Paducah, I see this plane on my right side. You see him?
Someone Delta, I'm not talking to anybody else right now, sir. And straight in, you'll be number 1, runway 32, cleared to land.
All right, just so you know, he's 200 feet below me at this moment. 100 feet. I'm gonna climb a little bit. I'm not sure where he is.
All right, welcome back. 340 Vol Pilot here, and have we got a good one for you today. I noticed on my last flight that I've got a little RPM issue. It's like the right needle is being lazy. The engine made good power, but the readout on the needle wasn't matching the good power that the engine was making. Very curious. As a final check last time, I went to the runway and did a brakes on full power run up. Interestingly, once the turbos kicked in, the RPM gauge shot up to where it was supposed to be. I did a high-speed taxi down the runway, and everything checked out. So today, I'm watching for 1, a lazy RPM needle, and 2, for the needle to correct itself when the turbos kick in. Good deal. It did correct itself. But keep listening, because that's not the most shocking thing about this flight. Check this out. I was on a 5-mile final going into Paducah, Kentucky, and there was another aircraft not talking to me and not talking to tower, but I could see him on my traffic screen, and he was like 100 feet below me as I was descending the glide slope and cleared to land on a 4-mile final. Very unusual, very unsafe for both of us, and very rare for aircraft to be that close, especially without radio contact. Watch to see how it resolved.
All right, just passing through 1200. We'll pull this back to our climbing speed, climbing manifold pressure.
What's on the traffic 65904? It's 16 to be west of the field of me inbound 45 left down 135 west. And Dyersburg traffic, Bonanza 517 Kilo Golf is about 10 to the south east inbound full stop 22 Dyersburg. Arrival traffic, Piper Seminole 844 Mike Echo Zombie inbound on the RNAV 36 5-mile final license traffic.
Okay, we are just off Dyersburg. We took off on the southwest facing runway, which is 22. So we're kind of doing a 180 and heading up on about a 030 heading to Paducah, Kentucky. So this guy right here, that's on a 12-mile radius. This guy right here, while he's coming directly below me, he's 1,300 feet below me. So he's not an issue. You can also see the same guy right here, if you can see that.
Arrival traffic, Seminole 844 Mike Echo 3-mile final on the RNAV runway 36 flight hold.
And now he's 2,000 below us.
Traffic, Bonanza 517 Kilo Golf. Crossing midfield, left downwind 22 Dyersburg.
Okay, coming up on 5, climbing to 7.5. We're on a VFR flight today. Have to get some documents to Paducah, Kentucky. I'd like them to be there before the end of the day, so the folks can get them organized this afternoon and have all day to work on them tomorrow.
Dyersburg traffic, Bonanza 517 Kilo Golf, left base 22 Dyersburg.
So the RPMs just came out of whack. You can see these two lines there, one on top of the other. You get a very disharmonious sound in the engines because this starts spinning and it means the engines are out of sync. It's very disconcerting, but it's back where it should be now.
Watch traffic signal 844, Mike Echo, clear runway 36, taxi back runway 365, Alpha, Flight.
We're heading to Paducah, Kentucky. It's about a 75-mile flight as the crow flies. And so that's about a 20, 25 minute beginning to end.
Altitude 200 to go.
Not sure how many miles it is in a car by road. About an hour and 45 minutes. This saves a lot of time for sure.
West of the traffic 904, turn left base 35, full stop. Bottom of the traffic 79, small Mike Echo, departing 126 block.
All right, so we are at our altitude of 7,500. Just making our way pretty good across the ground. And let's see, if you're looking, we are over Elbridge, Tennessee. Small town of probably about 300 people. So we go in here, we'll look at our waypoint info, and we'll see the frequencies in Paducah. The tower is 119.6, so we'll put that up here in our second spot, and just flip it when we're ready. It's a Class Delta airfield, so once we're 22 miles out, we'll call them, let them know that we'd like runway 32 or whatever they're landing today. Probably 32. Let's see what the weather says. 250 at 7. We got a 230. I might rather do the 32 just to get the nearest RNAV. But we'll see what they want us to do. They may bring us out this way and then bring us back around for this RNAV on 23. Now this lake you're about to see out the wing cam is Reelfoot Lake. It was formed in an earthquake in the first part of the 1800s. And they say that it was an earthquake on what is called the New Madrid Fault. And they say the earthquake was so severe it made the Mississippi River run backwards for 3 days. And that's in the notes right there in the little information center. While we are flying VFR, I just flipped it over to Memphis Center, which is the ATC channel around here. So if there's any traffic in the area, they'll let us know, or they'll announce, and we'll know there's traffic in the area. We're flying VFR, not instrument. It's been a great day. The temperature is dropping in West Tennessee. We woke up to about 29 degrees with a high of about 45. On the ground, it's 32 at altitude of 7,500. All right, we're 37 miles out, or 13 minutes out from the actual airfield. Right now I'm just going straight to Paducah. I don't have the RNAV or anything plugged into it. Once again, we'll check the weather at Paducah. Sky is clear. Winds are 250 at 7. Barometric is 3020. Tower's 119.6. We're already set up for that. Maybe we'll do the AWOS. 1837. And now we're on their AWOS. See if we're picking it up yet.
3 Zulu. Wind 250 at 07. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 06 Celsius. Dew point minus 05 Celsius. Altimeter 3020.
Richard 4563, Memphis Center, descend via the Blues 3 arrival, landing north, Memphis altimeter 3026.
And that was ATC, so ATC is very quiet. Memphis Memphis area ATC is quiet at the moment. Likely to heat up the snap of a finger. But I'm monitoring that. I think I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Paducah. We're still 28 miles out, but I want to kind of hear what their traffic, what kind of traffic they have going on there. I'm going to anticipate 3-2. That's my preference. So I'm going to go in at between 3 and 6,000. I can make that. I'm going to go into JIPGO.
Paducah, Barkley Regional, 6871 Delta, Twin Cessna.
Twin Cessna 6871 Delta, Paducah.
Yes, sir, 6871 Delta, about 24 miles to the southwest, descending down through 6.5. Would like the RNAV 32 if I could get that.
And Twin Cessna 6871 Delta, Paducah Tower. Run to your practice approach is approved under VFR conditions. No separation services provided. And just report VUCA inbound for me. Actually, make that JIPCO inbound for me on runway 32. Wind is 2608, altimeter 3020.
Okay, 6871 Delta will report JIPCO inbound. This will be a full stop, though, just for you, Paducah Tower.
Roger that. And say type Twin Cessna.
Twin Cessna 340.
Roger that.
So he gave us to JIPCO. JIPCO is right here. We're here, so we're going to go ahead and set up for that. Load procedure. Approach is the RNAV 32. We're going to JIPGO, load and activate approach. All right, we're at 5,500. We've got 5 minutes to get down to 3,000. Actually, we're within the altitude block right now. The altitude block is 3,000 to 6,000, so we're fine now. But I'd like to be at 3,000, which is plenty of time to get there. I'm going to swing it a little wide so I can make that turn at JIPGO. See, we're kind of coming in at a pretty acute angle.
Tail 90, but it's off across 32 East Ram.
If you can see how acute this angle is, this would be, we're going in at a 90 right here, but my magenta line sends me in, so it would be bigger than a 90-degree turn coming in. Some kind of cheating to the right, so I can just swing it in, and then I'll hit approach.
Under 3757, Paducah to Charlotte Airport is fine to maintain 3,000. Expect flight level 330 within 10 minutes on departure. Fires frequency 13365, Squawk 1601.
So we're right here, going to this point. You see that dark spot that says JIPGO? I know you can't read it, but it's that dark spot.
Altitude 200 to go.
We've got a crosswind from the west, so it's pushing us that way. So I'm just trying to stay a little bit left of that, letting the crosswind do some work, let my autopilot do some work. I'm doing some work, but we're getting it figured out. Now we hit approach. It may wag us right or left a little bit.
Paducah Tower 6871 Delta inside JIPGO.
And towards the 71 Delta, right to that, and report Bukuk inbound.
Report Bukuk inbound. Paducah Tower 6871 Delta. Is that on the RNAV 32? I see. Did you say Bukuk?
Yes, sir. Bukuk inbound on the RNAV runway 32.
Okay, we'll do 6871 Delta.
I thought he had 3 syllables there. He said VUCOC, V-U-C-O-C. Always helps to clarify. All right, we are in line. Everything is good. I don't know if you can see the field, but it's straight that way. These winds are kind of pitching us. It's got our nose. Your nose will kind of go into the wind, into the direct wind until you take it over. We're still on autopilot, letting it do the work. Once we get in closer, I'll take it off autopilot and I'll take it. We're on the glide slope. You can see the diamonds right here. The diamonds coming down to the 3 and 9 o'clock position. Once it gets there, I'll drop the gear. I'm below gear speed, so we're in good shape. There's my diamond where I need it. On the glide slope, you'll feel the nose tip down. There it goes. And that is the autopilot doing that. I'm going to pull off some more speed. Gear down, 1 notch of flaps in. That's where I want it. We are 1.9 miles from Paducah. And we are a little bit high. You notice that diamond is below our 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock position. There, it's just corrected. I'm kind of letting the autopilot do it to see if it's going to fix itself, correct itself. And it usually does, but you got to keep an eye on it. Hey, Paducah Tower 6871 Delta, just crossing over Paducah. I see this plane on my right side. You see him?
71 Delta, I'm not talking to anybody else right now, sir. And straight in, you're be number 1, runway 32, clear to land.
All right, just so you know, he's 200 feet below me at this moment. 100 feet. I'm gonna climb a little bit. I'm not sure where he is.
Yeah, that's a helicopter. Looks like it's probably one of the medical helicopters, low level.
Yeah, I got him. He's passing under me. It's just a little tight. I want to see if I can make the landing. If not, I'll come back around.
Okay, 71 Delta, roger, continue. I've got you in sight. And runway 32, you are clear to land.
Clear to land 32. 6871 Delta. If we were in instrument, we wouldn't attempt this, but I've got my gear down. I'm still below gear speed. Put my 2nd notch of flaps in. Gonna pull off some steam. Oh, he was close. I don't know if you could see that, but he was 100 feet below me, directly below me, for quite a while. So what I did is I scrapped the landing, just kind of climbed to see what he was going to do, and he got past me, below me and past me, and I think I still have time to make the landing without feeling rushed, which is key. Okay, we're in good shape. Everything's back on track. Gear down, 2 notches of flaps in. Gear still down, 3 in the green.
All right, glad we got the lazy RPM needle issue figured out. Glad we were using all of our technology to locate that aircraft who was squeezing me on final. And most of all, thank you for riding along on 340 Vol Pilot. See you next time.